For you, coming from the elite league, what's the attraction of coming to play for a team like Solway? Look, to be honest, for me, it's quite interesting because the Sharks are in a different place. When I last did an interview with anyone from the Sharks, the last person I interviewed was Richard Bentham, and it was on the 14th of April. So like really, it's not a very long time ago, but a lot has happened
Yeah.
in that period of time. For you, coming from the elite league, what's the attraction of coming to play for a team like Solway?
Yeah, well, there's a few things I guess that goes into it. First of all, the opportunity presented itself with our owners, John and Phil and David, kind of reached out to me in the summer when I was kind of looking at my options, and they kind of offered that role where I could be not just a player but also do the hockey ops side of things and learn a little bit about the business side of the game and the management side of the game. And obviously with Craig Peacock as the GM, I thought it would be a really good fit. We have a good relationship, and I thought it'd be just a good fit for me to not only continue to play and do what I love and I'm passionate about, but also learn the other side of the sport, which is something that I've also always been interested in. And you can't play this game forever, so it was kind of a good opportunity for me to just kind of, I guess, dip my toes in the water with something new. And from the point of things, though, I just thought it was a brilliant opportunity to join a team that's headed in a new and exciting direction. Uncharted waters and a lot of new challenges and whatnot. So I just thought it was, it ticked all my boxes, and it seemed to be a pretty flawless fit for me.
Yeah, great. And how are you enjoying the hockey ops side of things? Because I imagine it's a big adjustment going from playing just and worrying about playing to
Yeah, no, for sure. It's yeah, like you say, it's for my whole career it's just been hockey, and that's your sole focus. So you're looking at it through a little bit of a different lens now. Yeah, it's been a lot of learning for sure. Stuff that I haven't really experienced yet, and so it's been fun though. It's exciting, and it definitely makes you gain a new appreciation for all the work that goes on behind the scenes for setting up a season, and just all the little things that you just never thought you would have been thinking about. But yeah, it's been good. There's been challenges, of course. I think we're all learning. It's a new thing for all of us. But the owners have been great. The coach has been great. Just the players as well. Just letting me kind of find my feet with both sides of the new job. So I got no complaints, and it's only getting easier. So it's been fun.
Yeah, that's cool. And with making the Sharks competitive in the National League, because obviously again it's a huge jump. What have been what's been the mentality from the management side of Sharks when it comes to bringing players in or setting up the infrastructure surrounding the team to make it successful?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done a good job. We've recruited a good team, and a lot of the stuff, as you'd see, like on the social side of things, the social media game. We've tried to make it just exciting for people to follow, and create a little bit of a buzz, which I think we've been successful in doing. So yeah, and just get people interested. Obviously, it's always been there forever. And they've had their own success, great success over the past. And yeah, I guess it's just a matter of letting people know that we're making this jump up into the NHL, and we just don't want to be a part of it. We want to have our own success at this next stage, and just kind of create a buzz, like I said, get people excited, get people out, come see the games, and not just in Dumfries, but just in the surrounding area, and just all of Scotland and in the league. Just let people know that we're here, and we're looking to be competitive and create some noise this season.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of ridiculous that Scotland hasn't had a National League team for so long. I mean, it's one of the things I bitched and moaned about last season, to be completely honest, was the fact that Scotland didn't. When it comes to social media, like Who's in charge of that? Because it borders farcical at times, but I absolutely love it. Like your announcement
Yeah.
video was spectacular. Like, who's in charge of this sort of like?
Well, we have a social media team
Yeah,
and whatnot, but that's the one great thing about having three owners that are all successful in their own ways with their businesses, and they all kind of bring something different to the table. Obviously, John Strange, we call him Showbiz Strange for a reason. He doesn't like to shy away from the camera or the limelight, so he's we got a lot of creative minds that go into it, and yeah, it's been fun. That part's been a lot of fun, just coming up with different ideas, and a lot of our player announcement videos and stuff where, a little bit of cheese in there, but I think it's good cheese, and it's fun. It creates some excitement for for the fan base and the players as well. We get treated pretty well, and yeah, it's been a fun, exciting journey.
yeah, I can imagine. I love that Showbiz Strange as well. That does summarize it. You can kind of tell he enjoys it a bit too much, actually. I'd say.
Yeah. He pretends he doesn't like it, but I think
Oh, really? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he was enjoying it too much in your video. I could see it. It was borderline uncomfortable. No, it's great. But yeah, that's great. And obviously, this season, very early on, I think a couple of cup games have been played. That's about it. Maybe the results haven't been where you wanted them to be, but I think it shows Sharks' ability to compete at this level. Sort of looking forward for the rest of the season. What's the feeling in the Sharks team around those games that you've already played, and where do you see the future being, or the rest of this season being with Sharks?
Yeah, no, you kind of hit it there. It's obviously you like to see better results early on. Like you said, it's so early. It's tough to judge it off of just the few preseason friendly matches we've had, and then the two cup games. But yeah, I think if anything, we've showed that we're competitive. We're not questioning the talent that we have on our team. We got a lot of really good players. I think it's been a little bit of an adjustment. There's guys that are coming up that haven't played at this level yet before, and vice versa. There's guys like myself and Peaks and Stent. Like, there's guys that have Mackenzie, like, moved down from the elite league. And I think it's pretty easy to say, oh yeah, well, if you come down a league, it should be easy, but it's still an adjustment. It's a different style of game. It's a different pace. I think anybody that's done it would agree with me on that. So I think it's just a little bit of finding our feet in this new league, and I think that's the one thing that we've learned so far is we're playing these teams that have played together and played in this league for a number of years, and you can see it. I think that's been a part of the reason we've not come out on top of some of these games is they just have more chemistry and more unity. They know how to play together as a team, and we're still trying to find our feet. We're trying to figure out our systems and kind of just sort out how to work together as a five-man unit out there, and just get everyone on the same page, which I think is normal at any level of hockey when it's a bunch of new faces kind of coming together. But we'll get there. We're working hard in training and going over all the things that are necessary to see us succeed. So yeah, I think we're headed in the right direction, and I think there's a lot of promise for the rest of the season for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. And obviously, I think when it comes to the players you've attracted, like you say, players stepping down, things like that, maybe I can see sort of like, for example, the appeal for you with players with Liam Stenton. It's obviously he's one of those players that I think could have gone anywhere in the elite league, really. What's the appeal, would you say, for stepping down, and what in terms of developing his career, things like that? What's the appeal for stepping down there, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, he's a perfect example of a guy like that. He's, there's nobody's going to deny his ability. He was a great hockey player. He's a great kid as well. He's, got a really good head on his shoulders. I think, in an example like him, it's what are you really getting out of that next level? He's obviously capable of playing at the elite league level. We've seen that in the past. I just think it was a matter of, is it really helping his career go in the right direction? When he's not getting the minutes that he probably thinks he deserves, and which I think he probably deserves as well. I think it's a really great opportunity where he can step down and be looked at like as a leader on our team, and a guy that has that experience, and he's going to log a lot of minutes, and he's going to be put in situations that he might not have been put in at that higher level, and he's still so young. A lot of these guys are very young, and I think that is a really enticing thing about the NIHL is it can be looked at as a development league in a sense where you can go down, get those big minutes, be put in these situations where your confidence is going to grow and your abilities are going to grow, and just kind of set yourself up for when you are ready to make that move. You're not just going to be another number on a bench or on a roster at the elite league level. You can go in and actually make an impact and be a difference maker.
Yeah, that's true. I think I saw him play. I think you as well, actually. I think I saw him play at Guildford last year, and I think he was in one of the lines. And it was obviously I'd done a bit of a few podcasts with Solway, and obviously I was talking to a few people at Solway at that point as well, and you could see the frustration that the Solway Sharks fans and management at the time had with the fact that he wasn't playing as much. Such a talented player, and it felt like he was being wasted. Which big shame. Yeah, but yeah, awesome. And another question, kind of, I think this is quite a big one, really. But when it comes to, you've worked with quite a lot of good quality coaches in your time. Dealing with Martin Grubb, like what's he like to work with as a player, and I suppose in hockey operations, and then also like kind of how important is he for the team? Would you say?
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. He's obviously I didn't know much going in, but just from talking to guys when I first made the decision to join the team, take on that role, everybody just has such positive things to say about him, and he's his resume speaks for itself. He's a really good person, and he's a great coach. Obviously, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Just to kind of see both sides of it, see him as the coach, and then also see him as kind of a colleague that I'm talking with after games, and sorry, I'm bouncing ideas off of, and he's so open-minded. With myself and Peaks and JT, we always sit down and chat about things and try to figure out what's going to help us, and he's just so good. He's been really helpful for me in my role as well, just helping me balance things out and make sure I'm not getting burnt out with one side or the other side of the job. He's an amazing motivator. I'll tell you that for sure. He's really good in the locker room. He gets the most out of his players. You can see it, especially with a lot of the returning guys that have played for him for a long number of years. They just have the utmost respect for him, and I think that rubs off all the way through the locker room. Guys just want to go to work for him, and he's been great so far. I got nothing but positive things to say about Martin. He's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll be honest. Whenever I've spoken to him, he's been lovely. He's been amazing, been friendly. But he scares the living daylights out of me, to be brutally honest. I'll be honest. It's one of those sorts of characters. But yeah, always been lovely, friendly, polite. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be against him, to be honest.
No, for sure. He's brilliant.
Yeah. One final question before I leave you alone on this, Thursday morning. Where do you see Solway finishing this season? Perhaps you don't want to answer that one, or do you have a target yourself, or?
No, I mean it's a tricky one. It's I think early doors when we first came in, before I even played a game, there was a lot of people, like I said, we did a good job of creating a buzz about ourselves. And I think people, were expecting the moon. And like I said, there's going to be growing pains. It's not like I don't care how talented of a team you have, how many amazing players you have on your roster. You go into a new league, whatever that league is, whatever level you're at, there's going to be an adjustment where it's going to take some time to figure things out and just figure out how to be successful at that particular level. And I do think we're doing all the right things, and we definitely have the roster that we like, and the personnel that we believe can make us successful. I don't think our goals really change. We're obviously looking to do well. We want to be in a playoff position, and not just be in a playoff position, but we want to climb that table as best we can. And I think regardless of the results of late, I think we've done a good job of showing teams that we're here to be competitive. Even the games that we've lost, we've outshot our opponent in most of those games, and it's just like I said, it's just a matter of figuring out these last few little pieces, systematically and working together as a team, all that good stuff. And I think once that comes, I think we'll be dangerous and we'll be able to, pick up points on a regular basis and climb the table, like I say. So I think there's a lot of good things coming for Solway for sure.
Yeah, that's great. John, thank you so much for coming on, mate. I really appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it. It's good.